Hello, this is David Lorimer here. I'm going to do a couple of posts on this book here by my friend Kingsley Dennis, The Threshold, and it's subtitled The Forces of Techno-Materialism and the Struggle for Humanity's Soul, which I believe we are going through at the moment. And there's a quote he gives on page 89 here from August the 29th, 1906, from Rudolf Steiner. The task of evil is to promote the ascent of the human being. The task of evil is to promote the ascent of the human being. Now this might be surprising at first sight, but it has a profound truth in it, because what we're talking about here are cosmic forces, the forces of light, the forces of dark, the forces of creation and decay and destruction, the forces which we call good and evil. And the point that Steiner and Kingsley make is that these forces are in fact metaphysical, and most of us don't realize this, and so we are subject to these forces, and we connect at various levels of reality. So when we direct our thoughts to the divine, we're connected to the divine, and if we direct our thoughts elsewhere, then that's where we're going to be connected. And it's important cosmically, according to Steiner, and I agree with this, that we have a choice, that we have free will, that we can make choices. And I think the most important point to come out of this chapter is that evil is not to be resisted, but as Jesus said in the Sermon on the Mount, to be transformed, to be non-resistance, but transformed. And it has to be transformed within each of us. And if we resist it, and this is our default setting, if you like, then we're actually just perpetuating the division that we are living in already, this duality, this division. And the other thing that we do a lot, you can see this on the international stage, is we project evil onto an enemy. And it's the enemy who's evil, it's not us. We're good, we're on the side of the good, and we're trying to eliminate evil. And this, unfortunately, is a self-perpetuating cycle of violence and force, which we're seeing around the world these days. I think we have to take more Gandhian view of what he calls satyagraha, the power of truth. Because if we stand in truth, then we stand in our power, and we stand in our authenticity and our integrity. And this also has consequences, that to the extent that we act creatively and for the whole, and then this comes back to us. And we will become aware of this, I believe, in our life review after we pass into the next realm, where we will experience what it was like to be the other people in the situation that is under review. So I think this is a very important message for our time, to ask ourselves, how do we transform evil and engage in a creative response? And I'm going to say a bit more about that in the next post. Thanks very much for listening.